there, fellas. I just got back from the live action version of Sonic the Hedgehog. Again, as you can tell by how I am, I'm a bit of a Sonic fan, of course. So, this movie has definitely had quite an interesting history behind it, covered by people who are way more thorough than I am probably going to be right now, since I'm not going to be any major spoilers here. I'm just going to talk about mainly the movie itself and what it means for the future, since, as I pointed out before, much like the video games they're based on, Sonic's adaptations in visual media have very wide in quality over the years, but overall, I found something to enjoy almost all of them. And this film is like no exception, and much like the Detective Pikachu movie last year, it shows significant improvement over other live action video game adaptations. Definitely better than Super Mario Brothers or the 2000s House of the Dead film. The story is, strangely enough, actually a sort of origin story for the Hedgehog, where the title character, voiced by Ben Schwartz, is transported to our world and becomes the target of a group of paranoid government agents, and has to stop an army of killer robots by Dr. Evo, Robotnik Eggman, played by Jim Carrey, who is delightfully hammy in this role, and adds another great piece of his filmography of of comedic villains in the process, such as the Riddler, the Grinch, and Count Olaf, among many others. His manic energy definitely was an ideal complement to Sonic's. So Sonic has formed a reluctant alliance with a human police officer named Tom, played by James Marsden of the X-Men series, who definitely makes a good straight man to contrast the more energetic and snarky Sonic, and over the course of an hour and 40 minutes, it's definitely at its core, or sort of like a sci-fi action road trip buddy comedy, a genre buster, if you will, and in many ways it plays kind of like a family-friendly version of Deadpool, which I think the director Tim Miller apparently worked with on those films before he got signed to this one. Yeah. I never thought they'd actually find a way to explain some parts of it, but somehow they were able to not only again work in how his iconic red running shoes, which are designed to protect his feet from, given how they're friction proof of running at those speeds, which was also even something in that really weird comic that Happy Video Games when came out in 1991, but also for Eggman, starting out like the black trench coat and the slightly whiplash mustache, but given how working in and how he gets the red outfit and the goggles, and even how he goes bald at one point. Thanks to his unflinching obsession with that hedgehog, which, to be fair, is no different than anyone else. Over the past 29 years or so. And yeah, people were wondering, but this is a franchise that, at this point, like with Pokemon, now has multiple generations of fans. Like, in the showing I attended, there was a good mixture of people like me who believe it was day one, younger fans, grandparents, parents, all sorts of ones in there, and surprisingly, it's actually gotten a relatively decent reception, and and given how it's only one of a handful of adaptations that have actually had a fresh tomato meter rating, and it's going to be making quite a bit of money potentially, even and potentially holding a last year's record, which I'm again thankful for. Open to the idea of more adaptations given, as well as a potential follow up, which, as I just mentioned, is highly possible. I definitely think, even though it's kind of disappointing that the studio didn't survive to see the finished product, they made the right call to redesign the VFX. The floofy Sonic in that one scene is especially one I really like. Like, I mean, if you're looking, if you're into a very trippy, effects-driven movie based on a series of Sega games, this is your film. I give this one a strong 3.5 out of 4, and gonna be once again having a brief riff on some coming attractions. Yeah. Okay, so Onward by Disney and Pixar. I mean, they already have me. I think I must have seen the preview multiple times. I first saw it at Toy Story 4 last year. I mean, I'm still working on my Pixar marathon. I think I might try and get up overwhelming after I see it this time. I've tried to do it before, but I realize now that's probably not going to work out like expected. So, but on that note, a modern fantasy where Chris Pratt and Tom Holland on lead roles. I say sold. I mean, a Mulan live action movie also has potential. I mean, once again, I'm taking the whole thing in stride, given it's definitely not going to be as close to a previous movie as other adaptations have been, but that's fine with me. Everyone knows I kind of like the martial arts as better than the musical one of the original movie. So it's not that different how they followed up how they follow up on Fireworks for Internet, which is not a musical, with something like how Frozen 2, which is. But getting ahead of myself, I mean, I still believe, again, not really my concern. If I've seen one inspirational biopic, I personally have seen them all. I mean, plus I get confused on the title with that one song in the 80s with a similar one. I'm just need to figure out who does it. Trolls World Tour. No, thank you. Every time I hear the strains, it means like, do not mess with my favorite song. Just don't, guys. Just makes me wonder why I put my Infinity Gauntlet instead, man. And I didn't even like the first one that much to begin with, man, since, especially given how Doctor Strange, a movie which opens on someone getting beheaded, mind you, was a funnier movie to me. No, I'm not using hyperbole there. I am looking forward to that film sequel, though. I mean, I'm thinking the new James Bond might be more my speed. I mean, Call of the Wild has potential. I mean, but I'm gonna wait to see what people think first, as I said before. Since it's been a while since I read the book, I might have to do it again before that happens. So, anyway, that's all I've got to say for now. Might have a surprise for you all on Monday. Just have to wait to see it is, and I will talk to you all later. Gotta go fast.